Hi, in this video I hope to show you that Source only receives your vibration. She makes no distinction between what's daydreamed, dreamed, or what happens in your waking reality. You have this thought and you're experiencing it through mental action. And then you have a perception of that thought with an emotion tied to it. And that thought goes straight to Source. So, that emotion, or where you're vibrating, will cause similar or exact thoughts to gather. So you'll think another thought like that one, and it'll go through the same process. Mental imaging, a post-perception with an emotion, straight to Source. So you've got this circle going. And then a thought will come to you in the form of an idea. Well, maybe I should do this. And based on the same circle, mental imaging, beliefs, you'll experience it. You'll have a post-perception after the experience, be it either mental imaging or a real life experience, and then to Source. And this will continue on all of your life. The thought, or the idea, or the plan, or the intent, often imaging, either mental imaging or an experience in real life, back to a post-perception, and straight to Source. So, once you get some momentum going on, and you can build up some real speed, let me tell you, those thoughts will come faster, the experiences will be more intense, and your post-perceptions all go back to Source. And your inner being's fast and exact. So, think about this. That happens in an instant when you're sitting on a couch, even if you're doing nothing. Even if you're doing nothing at all, you are still experiencing. You are aware of the couch that you're sitting on or the chair that you're sitting on. You have a feeling about how comfortable it is, how not comfortable it is. You are still experiencing. And that information does have an emotion attached with it, whether or not you think it does. Even if it's stagnation, it's still an experience. And that's going to your Source and your inner being. So, let's take it a little more. Let's say you went out for the morning with some friends. That circle still lives. You want to know what to do in the afternoon or right now. And you have thoughts about your morning. You have mental imaging, how it went, a post-perception of it. The whole morning, not just one part of the morning and not just one thought. The entire morning is going to follow that same loop. Well, let's see. The morning was good. Great, we'll move on. Morning didn't go so well. Maybe I should change something for the afternoon. That emotion, right to Source. You're constantly sending information to your Source and your inner being. Now, let's take it a little further. Over a month. The question, was January a good month? Mental imaging brings up things from January. A post-perception's made with an emotion attached to it that goes directly to Source. And that circle never ends. Never. And it doesn't matter what amount of time you put on it. You can put your whole lifetime in that circle. You might be on your deathbed. You'll be thinking about your life, having mental imaging through memories come up. And you'll experience it through the mental imaging. Then you'll have a post-perception and right to Source. That's never going to stop. However, there's a catch. That holds true in dreams and in daydreams or imaginings. That same circle. Anywhere that you experience something, that circle holds true. And it all began with one thought. Thoughts are very important. So let's say you fall asleep and you're in a dream. You're experiencing something. Where did the pre-perception come from? You got it. It came from waking reality. So you go into it with a pre-perception. You have an experience in the form of a dream. It comes back to you as a post-perception. Where does that information go? Source. And the same thing when you're daydreaming or imagining. Straight to source. But here's the catch. Your brain, or you yourself and your ego, know the difference between these things. Source makes no distinction between a dream, a daydream, and your reality. None. But what you send to Source, Source is going to give back in spades. So you want your thoughts to be as positive as they can be. But you have to realize also, you have your ego involved, which is filtering things out left, right, and center based on where you're vibrating. And how many thoughts do you have in a day? How many experiences do you have in a day? Or a week? Or a month? Or a year? When you pull all that together, it becomes your emotional mix, or that mix that gets sent right to Source in real time. I'm not talking about a week later or, oh my God, she's changed her mind. None of that going on. In real time, it gets sent to Source. And your larger aspect doesn't know the difference between daydreaming, dreaming, your real life, in quotes. So, that's the catch. I'm glad I could help you straighten that mess out. You do end up with an emotional mix, and that emotional mix has to be taken care of. How can you tell the things that really need to be taken care of? You're always thinking about them. You're attracting it all the time. Geez, I wish my child wouldn't do that all day long. And the more you think about your child doing that, whether or not you want it or don't want it, the more your child's going to do it. And it won't be your child's fault because your child can't help it. He's accommodating you. That side of the child will come out every time you think like that. Let's take this a little further. And I won't go into it too much, but briefly I'll go into it. Let's say my body. I'm always thinking about my body. Oh, goodness. And, oh, I had an ache there. And you just get that going on with some good momentum. And all the emotion that's attached to it goes to Source. You're going to attract all sorts of things that are going to make your body not feel good. You really have to be careful with this. And I hope now you understand why. I'll put out another video on health at some point. But you get the picture. There's no yes or no. If you're thinking about it, and you have an emotion about it, especially strong emotions about it, you're going to get so much more just like it. And it'll either feel not so good or fantastic. And I hope this video helped you a lot. I wish you all a great day and much love and joy.